Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. Happy Monday. It is a sunny day here today in South Carolina. So we always got to look at the positive, right? In this time of uncertainty and everything that's going on in the world. But we're back at it here. It's Monday morning for a lot of different reasons. But today, what I wanted to do is make sure that you are doing well and also have that cup of coffee with you this morning. So if you are just tuning in, I'm going to let others gather here and come in. And you know how it is. When you go get coffee, sometimes people are early. Sometimes people are late. It happens. We get it. But we're going to kind of be similar to the way that it is. Hey, Karen, what's up? Coffee and toast this morning. Awesome. Anything on the toast? What are we having on that toast? All right, cool. Tom, what's up? From Austria. Wow, awesome. What time is it in Austria right now? Curious. Okay, that's Instagram. We've got Facebook, YouTube. Guys, let comments where you're tuning in from. Where are you located? I want to know. This is our virtual coffee talk. All right. So today was something that I think a lot of people get hung up on. And there's actually something I'm going to be sharing with you guys where hopefully this will make sense to where it won't hold you back, because a lot of times people think that they have to have a passion, although it is nice. You can turn that into a job or a business or a brand. Grace from California, what's up? What's up, Tom from England? Wow, okay, cool, awesome. Instagram's hopping over there. Okay, good morning, South Florida. Okay, real quick for me is, again, because we're in this, right? What are you drinking this morning? What's your beverage of choice? I know Karen just said she's having her coffee and she's got a piece of toast. What are you guys drinking? All right, cool. So I think we've given enough time for some people to come on here. We've got some that are tuning in, and I know people will be joining us as we continue here. 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you want to have coffee, okay, in the morning with me, all you need to do is be here at 10 a.m. Eastern time. What's up? Yeah, mid-Michigan here, Karen. Okay, cool. So if you have anybody that you think would want to hang out with us and talk life and business, and just hang out and have some positive vibes, invite them over. All right, you can do that. Let's get to it. Here's my thoughts. A lot of times people ask me, Scott, I don't have a passion, right? Or if I want to be successful, do I have to build it around a passion? The short answer is it helps. A passion and you're showing up every day, guess what? You're going to want to make sense, right? So yes, it makes sense that it would be easier and it would be more enjoyable. But here's what I've learned. And I'm going to tell you a story. New segment of the show. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so when I was back in the construction world, working for my father's company, and those of you that know my story, you know I worked with my father's company for years. And when I wanted to get out of that business because I seen that wasn't going to be my future for various reasons, my wife had came to me and said, hey, why don't we start a part-time photography business? And photography wasn't my passion. But I'm like, you know what? Does it make money? And she's like, well, it can. And I'm like, sign me up. Let's do it, right? So I had no passion, doing photography. I didn't have it, right? But she did. Now, she did passion for photography, and she had a passion for, we need to make some money so we can go ahead and supplement our income, right? Thing that happened. I went all in with my wife on this project, okay? Because I looked at it as a project. This is going to be something that we hope that we're going to turn into something. If we can, great. If we can't, we can't, right? But it's worth a try. So I signed up in my mind that I was just going at it to help her, support her, and hopefully make some money, right? But I didn't have a passion about learning about photography and, business or any of that stuff. Didn't have that at that point, okay? But here's the interesting thing that happened. Because I had the interest in earning money to basically supplement our income or replace our income, I was signing up for the idea of starting a business. Okay. Now, this is important to understand because you can start something even if you're not passionate about it because your motivation is that you want to earn money. It's okay to have that motivation, by the way. It is okay. Now, I wouldn't want to always be in that place of like, okay, I have to make money or I'm going to go, broke or I'm going to not have my house or any of that stuff. No one wants that. But what you'll find is once you sign up in your head to commit to something, a project, a business, a thing that you're testing, whatever it is, you're going to probably start to discover some things about yourself. And here's what I discovered. When I was starting that business, I was excited about I got excited about that. It was a challenge. I always like challenges. Business to me is a challenge, always, right? So what I discovered was once I got involved into the business, I really, really loved the marketing aspect of it. I really loved that. I also found that I really loved editing photos. I really loved editing video. And so I started to consume all of my energy and all of my learning, all of my education. This is live, by the way. I just dropped that. This right here, that's awesome. One of my listeners sent that to me. This right here, which weighs 5 pounds, this right here, well, and I keep this because it's really important to me because this here was something that I purchased, okay? Because I was so interested about learning pictures. And I became passionate about it, right? But I didn't go into that business thinking that I was going to find this passion, right? And I didn't go into business, hopefully I can do this without knocking that over. I didn't go into business knowing that I was going to love marketing. I didn't knowing that I was going to have a passion for video and edit. So because I got started, because I took action, I was actually able to discover a passion. Is yes, if you can start with a passion, then that just makes it that much sweeter, right? But don't get hung up that your thing that you want to start, your brand, your business, whatever, because it doesn't mean something to you as far as your passion goes, it can just be an interest, right? And that will then lead you to a potential passion. So I always tell people this, and this is what I do. I fall in love with the process, right? I get passionate about the process, right? I love starting new things and trying to get them to grow. That's a passion of mine. So it doesn't matter if I'm working on a video editing blog, right? Which that would be fun every day to come in and talk about different cameras, different software, different editing things that we're doing, different techniques. Like that would be fun. I'm not doing it, but that would be fun to me. That wouldn't be like work, right? So I really want you to think about that. Are you hung up in your business right now or in your potential business because you're stuck on, is this going to be a passion of mine? So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you again. Right now, is your business that you're starting, that you're working on, that you've maybe started a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, is it a passion of yours? I'm just curious. So yes or no will do. Just put it in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and read the comments, or at least, what's up, Tim? Tim, tuning in from Portland, Oregon area. Coffee with Scott is how I start my day now before my day job kicks off. Keep me taking action. Awesome, Tim. I'm so glad to be part of your morning now. Thank you for that. And we've got some people joining us over here on Instagram. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. It is a passion. Okay, good. Oh, Ruth is on. Hey, what's up? Yeah, Burger Outdoor. Yes. A little delayed over here, I think. I'm going to take a sip of coffee while you guys can let me know. Is your business that you want to start or that you've already started, that's up and running, maybe already selling things, is it a passion of yours? Is it a passion of yours? Karen says, yes, Karen, I know yours. Yours is in the educational space, which I can see that being a great passion. We got some new people joining here. What's up, all? Yeah, so like right now, like when I started my podcast, it wasn't a passion of mine to talk about Amazon, to connect with other people that want to build online businesses. Okay, that's top level. And now being able to hang out with people online like you guys, bring with mine. For you to go, you know what's like, if I had 5 people around me right now, and I said, guys, you know, my little playbook here, guys, listen, online real estate. That's basically what I'm doing. And a lot of people don't realize when you build an online website, it's online real estate. There's people buying that right now. Okay, there's people buying websites for $5,000 all the way up to $5 million to $10 million. Okay, so I look at it as, you know, I'm building out these assets. I'm learning how to build. I'm learning how to pour the foundation, you know, build the foundation, build upon the foundation, build the house in a sense, right? I always relate it back to construction because that's where I'm from, right? That's kind of where my background is, and it kind of makes sense to me, right? So if I said all of those things and someone's like, I don't want to do that, I just want to build real estate, okay, that's fine. My passion is doing it online. Now, I have a real estate property in Airbnb, and that's somewhat of a passion of mine of being able to do that, but I have to do it at a slower pace, right? So what I want to do is I want to take this model and I want to just keep doing it, right? So if I had people hanging around doing that, it makes sense for us to be like, okay, so let's all talk about that, right? Doing in your business that you feel that it lights you up, right? What excites you? So what is there right now? What is one thing in your business or your potential business that you're building? What is that other than money? It's an interesting question. Okay, what is your driver right now? What gets you not even excited, but what checklist? That's what I want to do. Like, I want to do more of that. I enjoy doing that, right? So if you guys can do it on Instagram, if you can do it on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, I'm not sure if anybody here is on Periscope today. I haven't had any comments. If you're on Periscope, capturing the right shots and seeing it in front of me while I'm doing it before I bring to the computer to edit. Oh, okay, so I'm assuming photography. Yeah, right. So that's exciting. But I would ask you now, so is bookkeeping exciting to you? But even though it's part of the business, right? Some people it might be. Okay, YouTube and Facebook and stuff. Helping kids become successful learners. I love that. So by creating the right, or are there things that you just, I don't really want to do that today, I'd rather do this? Is that thing? Let me see here. Stretching myself to do something new, to learn and push myself. I'm enjoying learning how to write blog posts. Yeah, that's Ruth. Hey, Ruth. Yeah, right. So that's exciting, right? And you're never going to unlearn that, by the way, upon it. Burger outdoor, to try new things and see if it works. Yeah, I like that too, right? It's like throw something out there and see what happens, right? I love doing that in emails, right? Like, see if anybody else here commented. I'm scrolling. Okay, cool. Another one in here. Tim, it's not my top passion, but I do enjoy it. It's a skill set I learned from a previous career, so I feel confident about it. And I do care about serving the people in my chosen market. There are other areas I'm more personally passionate about, but they are less of an opportunity. Yeah, well, you know what? That might be that fun project that you could do later, right? You don't have to do it right now, but if there's something that you're excited about, I guess might be overrated. It's interested in, right? What gets you up in the morning to work on that project is, I think, what we're looking for here. So I would just encourage you, okay? Find that thing. Try to find the thing that gets you interested. Because because then you're inspired to do more, right? We always look at results as like, okay, I did this one thing and I got this, this result, and that's fine. But what is that result, right? What does that result really mean? So my message is, don't think that you have to be passionate about the thing overall, because you don't have to be. But you do have to find that one thing that drives you, that will possibly lead you to that thing that you're really passionate about or that you're excited about, right? Like for me right now, I'm going to give you an example. So I'm building 2 new brands right now inside of Brand Creators Academy, which, by the way, we just opened enrollment today. I should have mentioned that at the top of the hour. We basically open up only a few times a year, and we're opening it up right now. It's open, brandcreators.com. You can go there and check it out if you're not already a member. I know Ruth is a member. So inside of Brand Creators, we are building 2 brands, okay? And as case studies, we're going to build a third fairly soon, okay? Now, are these huge passions of mine? No, okay? Now, one of them kind of could be, but not as much as what really. But the other fun thing that I like to do is I like to, and then step back and see how it's doing. And so I just got done in the other room. I was having my first cup of coffee, and I was going through the analytics. I was going through the progress. And I'll tell you what, that is what gets me excited. I look forward to that. So we always talk about like that, is it like dopamine or whatever, right? Like it's like we get this satisfaction, we get this fix by seeing results, or by seeing some, a stat, or in some case, you're getting that instant fix when you're scrolling through your feed and you see something new or whatever, right? So for me, building something, and then I look forward to looking at the data, whether it's good or bad, and then we can make adjustments. So that's a passion of mine, right? So the more things that I can do like that satisfy that, it drives me to build these things, right? And as I'm building these things, I have something that I'm building as an asset that also could be a reward of, money could follow, right? Which it will. So my point is this: just because your brand or your market, or even one that you're thinking about starting, is not your passion, if you fall in love with the process, the build, then you're unlimited opportunities, unlimited. Okay. I talked about yesterday, on our coffee talk, I was talking about the guy that is at my daughter's volleyball, and he does beach volleyball. Okay, so beach volleyball, indoor volleyball, two different type of leagues, and he's passionate about it. I'm not passionate about it. I love watching my daughter. I love helping my daughter, but I'm not passionate about where I want to just wake up every day and talk about it. Now he does. Now I could take his passion and plug it into my passion, which is building businesses. And then I could say, let me just extract his information and then I will apply it into the online space. You see what we did there? My passion is building businesses. His passion is talking about the ball, right? So we can merge those two. Totally possible. So it does not have to be your passion. And I would encourage you, if you are stuck because you're not passionate about your market right now, then just fall in love with the process. And the next time that you want to build a business, you can build it out there in somewhat of a passion, I guess, or a hobby that can't be built out. And some people would argue, well, what if mine isn't a hobby? It doesn't have to be. And I shared the story recently. Actually, today, the episode aired where I went through a niche website that's crushing it. And it's in the swimming pool market. 470,000-ish people are coming to the website every single month. Guys making a ton of money. Affiliate products. Let's see, ads he doesn't have ads on his site. He has affiliate offers and he has his own products. He has two products, two digital guides. Now, is his passion pools? Maybe. But to me, the way I looked at it was he was very knowledgeable on pools because he did it for years. And then he turned that expertise into building an online business, which became his passion, right? And that passion then brings in money, right? So that's what we're looking at. Fall in love with the process, fall in love with the build. And from there, you can take that into any direction you want down the line. Once you learn this stuff, you won't unlearn it, right? It's like riding a bike. You're just going to plug it in and play, right? That's all you're going to do. So, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them for you. This again is just a little coffee with Scott, little morning motivation, inspiration, and really just how to kick your day off to take action today and create one of those take action moments. And hopefully, if this is your first time joining me over on Instagram, if this is your first time joining me, well, maybe this is that take action moment for you. Maybe it's that kick in the butt that you need to say, you know what, let me get out of my own way and get out there. And it doesn't have to be about a passion of mine. It just has to be that I want this thing and I'm going to fall in love with the process, right? And then just go from there. So that's really what this is designed for. Guys, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions over here. I'm going to take a sip of coffee and we will go from there. And yeah, let me know if you are, as far as the business, a pack. Guys, if you want tomorrow for coffee, show up. I'll be here. 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're doing coffee. I'm having coffee. You can have whatever you want. But we're going to do coffee here. But 10 a.m. Eastern, this is my 10th Coffee with Scott session here. We're going to keep doing these. These are fun. I love doing these, but I do want you to invite a friend if you have someone that you think would get value from this, only if someone thinks like you and I, as far as online type asset business, and would love to have those people hang out with us in the morning. So if you know of anyone, invite them, and I'd be more than happy to have them. And do me another favor. If you go ahead and share this up or whatever you do on YouTube, it's the like or the thumbs up or whatever it is on YouTube. I forget. And on Facebook, just hit the like button or share it. That would be awesome. And same thing there on Instagram. I don't know how you would do it on Instagram from a live, but Patricio, is it Patricio? Do you do any consulting? I don't do any personal consulting at the moment. The closest I do is I consult with all of my brand creators inside of Brand Creators Academy, which we're open we're open today through the end of the week. We only open about 3 to 4 times a year. So brandcreators.com. I wonder if I have a thing here. Yeah, I do. I can put that up for you guys if you want. Yeah, brandcreators.com. If you go there, you'll have all the information, and it'll have a little video of me explaining exactly what we do in there. We're actually doing a live call on this Wednesday for our brand creators. And it's basically everyone in there building brands, and we're building live brands inside of there that you get to watch through this process. There's 2 brands about 6 months in right now, and we have a new one that we're going to be kicking off here in the next couple of weeks. So that's all documented there, but it's the best way to get a hold of me and Chris Schaefer, who's also, part of our team. He's phenomenal. And if you need any tech issue, if you have any tech issues, tech questions, he's the guy. But yeah, that's inside of Brand Creators Academy. So if you want to go check that out, brandcreators.com for you guys on Instagram. So yeah, if there's no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and jump. I got some things I got to get done here today myself. But just wanted to jump on here, do our coffee talk, and just let you guys know that you absolutely do not have to think to yourself, this has to be a passion of mine, because it doesn't. Does it help? Yes. If I could create the perfect scenario for you, yes, I would love that, because then you're going to be excited and you're going to want to, show up every single day. But you need to find that other passion, which could be building the business or the process. And that's why I say fall in love with the process. One question here from Karen. I'm working on traffic right now. I'm doing FB lives, Facebook lives, and videos. Awesome. Posting them 4 to 5 days a week. Post on Instagram 5 days a week. My website is up, but no products. Starting putting content on there this week. My products for now will be worksheets and fun ideas for learning. So when do... okay. Is that all of it? Yeah. So that's awesome, Karen, that you're doing all of that, by the way. That's what I call taking action. All right. So, keep doing that. Okay. Keep doing that. Try to keep putting out the evergreen assets. And what I mean by evergreen assets are things that are going to go out there on Google or on your blog, your website, that'll get indexed by Google. If you can put stuff on YouTube, and then Facebook is really the amplification thing, right? So that's what I would do. And as far as products go, and I think you have that down here as another question, when do I start working on the product itself? I would wait on the product itself until you start getting some data from people. Now, one thing you could do, you could kind of, this is a little hack here. All right. So if you on Instagram are still here, I'm going to give you guys a hack. So the hack to create your first product is this: map out what would make your product, right? So and you got to understand what's the outcome. So always start with a product. As far as if we're talking about a digital product, what is the outcome that the person is going to receive from going through it? Once you get the outcome, we're going to work backwards. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to break it down into chunks. And then what I would do is I would map that out, and then I would break it up into, let's say, 10 different chunks, or maybe 7 different chunks, 6 different chunks, doesn't matter. You want it to be like these bite-sized pieces. And then what I would do is I would create individual blog posts that basically are like chapters in a book. All right. And then from there, I would post them all on my website. And then I would take all of those at the end and I would wrap them up and put them into a bundle of some kind. I would probably add more pictures to them, or I'd add more downloads to them, or I'd add, a few more pieces of data in there, or to at least make it more consumable as if someone was to download it as an ebook. All right. So that's a way that you can create a product, but also post content on a regular basis. The next question people say, well, Scott, yeah, but people are going to be able to get that for free on my website. It doesn't matter. People want it wrapped up in a bundle, right? They want it in a place they can download it and have it all in one spot, right? I mean, you can go through theamazingseller.com and you can find pretty much all of this information, right? but you got to go through the entire site. You got to, right? It's all there. Or you can just grab this and everything will be at your fingertips, right? Like, who wouldn't want that? And you would pay for it, right? You would pay $4.99 for this. I know people will, because people are buying this every day, right? And so $4.99. What does that do for me? It doesn't do a cut. And you're not gonna leave your day job with $4.99 on an ebook. But what this does allow me is it allows me to get people the information they need. But all know those people are very interested in building a brand. And those people might be eventually wanting to come to, when we get out of quarantine and start traveling again, you can come to one of my lake house workshops. We do a master shop there. Those are pretty expensive. Those are $4,500 to attend that. Or you can join Brand Creators Academy, which is open right now. And that's just $99 a month or $9.97 for the year, right? So this here, it's not necessarily your money maker, but it's a way for you to get the information to the people. And then those people will either take this and run with it, or they're going to be like, Scott, I want more help. I want more individual help. Or Scott, I want to attend one of your workshops. This here will then lead the right people to you. And that's all that yours would do. So if you put out these pieces of content on a regular basis, and let's say that 10 of them were in sequential order, and then you wrap them up, maybe that would be your $4.99 ebook, or maybe it's a $19.99 ebook. Who knows? Because you got all these other downloads and stuff that you can give away with it, right? So maybe that's it, okay? And then those people, would probably want some additional educational materials, and then you would have something else, right? So that's really what it's all about. So Karen, hopefully that helped you. Hopefully it did. We got one here from Tim. Is the Brand Creators Playbook the same content as the 2019 Ecom Business Formula book? I purchased Ecom and wondering if there is new content or more content in the playbook. Thanks, Tim. Okay, it's been all redone, meaning that in Ecom Business Formula, it was really focused around how to identify a market, but then also how to find physical products to serve that market. And then in the tail end of that book, we went into this type of strategy. So this right here is more of building out a website for traffic, building an email list for traffic and other various traffic resources and assets, and then from there starting to monetize without having a physical product right off the bat. Right. So it is different. It's not the exact same. I didn't just take it and then put a new cover on it. Right. I redid this whole thing. So it is different. It is, to me, what we're doing right now to build out websites with the idea of monetizing later, but not just monetizing with physical products. So that's the difference. Let's see. Another question here from, is it Patricio? Tell me if I'm saying that right. Scott, if you have an ongoing online business, what is the right message during the trying times? Should you keep sending your regular marketing or pivot to something else? It's a great question. I love that question. So what I would do is I would not avoid this situation. So it's going to depend on your market. I don't know what you're selling or what your market is, but there's always an angle that you can play at. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. So I'll give you an example. If I was selling bass fishing gear, right? Would I still send people an email this week or last week? And the answer is absolutely yes. Because here's what it would sound like. Hey, Patricio, it's Scott. I just wanted to reach out, see how you're doing through this craziness with the coronavirus. It's just insane, and hopefully you're staying safe. But I did want to kind of check in with you, and I wanted to make sure that if you're not taking an hour out of the day to just go out and throw the line in the water, you really should. Let me tell you something. It's really helping me to de-stress and just taking my mind off of all of this and really taking me back to what's important, and that is time. And so just wanted to email you, see how you're doing, drop your line in the water, and let me know if you catch anything this week. Talk to you later, Scott. That's it. That's it. That can be the email. Or it could be a blog post that you wrote about catching more bass, and then you could have mentioned that in there as well. But you see, I led with that we have a situation on our hands right now. I'll give you another example. Right now, we opened Brand Creators Academy. When this whole thing hit, I'm like, should we even open Brand Creators Academy? It's just, is it the right time? And then it became very, very clear, even speaking with my wife, speaking to Chris Schaefer, it is the right time. Because here's the deal. What we're doing is we're building for the future, right? And what's happening in the world right now, a lot of people are losing their jobs and it's waking them up. So my messaging is basically just like, now is a great time to get started, because number one, you have a lot of time on your hands right now. And number two, you're probably in a situation where you either are getting less hours, or your business is suffering because you're a brick and mortar, or you've been wanting to start this thing, but you've been putting it off and you haven't had the time. Now's the time, right? So yes, I think every business should be emailing if all they're doing is, hey, I'm here, right? I'm going through this too. It makes you real. So I would encourage you to do that. And Karen says, yes, it did. Thank you. Hey, keep me posted, Karen. I know you'll be back here on our coffee talks. You've been a regular and I love that. So thank you for that. And Patricio says, yes. Okay, cool. So I pronounced it right. Yes. Good job, Scott. Finally, you pronounced the name correctly. So anything on Instagram? You guys got any quick questions before I go? And any other last minute questions here? If not, we're going to go and get started with our day. I'll take one more sip here. Hopefully you guys are ready to go out there and conquer the day. And it looks like we are pretty much caught up there. We are caught up over there. And yeah, so I just wanted to remind you guys too, two things. Karen says, I set my alarm every night. That's awesome. So that's a little tip. If you want to have coffee and you don't want to miss the live coffee sessions, set your alarm. Let yourself know, hey, Scott's going live. We better go over there. We're going to hang out. So don't be late, and invite your friends. All right. So couple things. Number one, let's just wrap this thing up. Number one, make sure that you understand that you don't have to be passionate about the market that you're currently in. You don't have to be, but you do have to find something that drives you, right? And to me, it's falling in love with the process. Number two, if you are interested in joining me in Brand Creators Academy, and typically I won't be mentioning any of this stuff on these mornings, but it is, right now it's timely. We just opened enrollment for Brand Creators Academy. If you're already a member, well, then I'll see you on Wednesday because we're doing a live call. But if you're not and you are interested, head over to brandcreators.com. You can see all the information over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is going to wrap up this little coffee talk this morning, this Monday morning. Get out there, make it happen. No excuses. Right now we have time, so let's use it to our advantage and let's stay positive because there is a lot of opportunity out there for us to take advantage of. All right, so that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, and I'll talk to you soon.